So this session walks through the exact steps used to power on the system and connect all devices correctly. The Antigravity A1 relies on multiple components working together. Following the proper order prevents connection failures, frozen screens, and repeated restarts. Every step below reflects the user physically does before the flight. Correct startup. Before powering anything on, place all devices on a clean surface. Keep the drone on a flat ground with the propellers unobstructed. Make sure that all batteries have been charged and are properly inserted. Begin by checking the drone battery is locked in place. Press gently to confirm it does not shift. Do not power on yet. Hold the grip motion controller in your hand and confirm it's switched off. Do the same with the goggles and mobile phone. The correct startup order is important because each device awaits the previous one to be ready. Step 1. Power on the grip motion controller. Locate the power button on the controller. Press and hold it until the indicator light turns on. Release the button once the light appears. Wait several seconds. The controller may show a steady or blinking light while it prepares. Keep the controller still during this time. Do not press any other buttons yet. Now then, step 2. Power on the viewing goggles. Put the goggles on a stable surface and wear them loosely without tightening the straps. Press and hold the power button until the display activates. You may see a startup screen or basic status icons. Allow the goggles to finish loading. Do not attempt to connect or navigate while the display is charging. Once screen stabilizes, leave the goggles on. So, step 3. Power on the drone. Move to the drone. Make sure that the area around the propellers are clear. Press the drone power button according to the standard power on method. So remember, on this one, it's short press, long press. Release the button when indicator lights activate. Place your hands away from the propellers. Do not move the drone after powering it on. Wait until the lights stop changing rapidly. This usually indicates that the drone is ready for connection. Now then, step 4, open the mobile app. Unlock your phone. Turn on the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and location services if required by the app. Open the control app. Do not attempt to power on the devices after opening the app. All hardware should already be on. Once the app opens, remain on the main screen and wait for connection prompts. At this prompt, all devices are powered on in the correct order. Connecting devices and confirming status. Once all devices are on, the system begins linking them together. Hold the grip motion controller naturally in your dominant hand. Keep the drone stationary. Establishing the controller connection. Watch the controller indicator light. It may blink while searching for the drone. Within several seconds, the light should change to a steady state. This indicates a basic connection. If the light continues blinking for more than 1 minute, do not move the drone and wait a little longer before taking action. Confirming the connection in the goggles. Put the goggles on properly and adjust them so that the screen is centered. Look for the connection status menu in the message bar or the symbol on the display. This usually appears near the edges of the screen when the controller drone connects successfully. The display will stop showing connection warnings. If the display shows a searching or discontinued message, remain still and allow more time. App confirmation. On the mobile app screen, look for the connected status message. This may appear as a text or an icon. The app should show that the drone is detected. If prompted and connected in connection, follow the on-screen instructions carefully. Do not press multiple options quickly. Select one option at a time and wait for confirmation. Final connection check. At the end of the process, The controller indicator light should appear stable. The goggles should show a live or standby view. The app should indicate that the drone is connected. If all three are shown normal status, the system is ready to proceed. Verifying live camera feeds. The live camera feed confirms that the drone camera, goggles and apps are connected properly. Put the goggles on securely and look straight ahead. You should see the camera view or a standby screen that transitions into a camera feed. Checking the image. Move your head slightly left and right. The image should respond smoothly if the head tracking is active. If the view remains fixed, remain calm. This does not prevent flight. Continue checking basic visibility. Look for clarity. The image does not need to be perfect, but you should clearly see the ground and surroundings. If the screen is black, frozen, or shadowing static, do not attempt to take off. Confirming through the mobile app. Look at the app screen. A small preview of the camera window should be visible. Tap on once if the camera view option appears. Avoid repeated tapping. Wait several seconds for selecting the camera view. If the image appears both in the goggles and the app, the camera feed is confirmed. Checking camera response. Slowly rotate the drone by hand a few degrees while it was still powered off flight. Do not lift it off. Do not lift. The camera view should reflect the movement of the drone back exactly where it is or where it was. This confirms that the video signal is active. Checking the battery and signal indicators. Before flying, battery and signal indicators must be received carefully. Checking the battery levels. On the goggles display and the app screen, locate the battery icons. There's usually separate indicators for the drone battery, the controller battery and the goggles battery. Confirm that each shows sufficient charge for the flight. If any battery shows a low level, do not take off. A short flight with a low battery often ends abruptly and increases the risk of a hard landing. If the controller or goggles battery is low, charge them before flying, even if the drone battery is full. Reviewing signal strength. Look for signal bars and connectivity icons. A strong signal usually appears as multiple filed bars or a stable icon. If the signal appears weak while standing close to the drone, do not proceed. Move closer and recheck. Avoid flying if the signal indicator flickers or disappears while stationary. Confirming system readiness. Wait quietly for several seconds. Observe whether the warning messages appear. If alerts show on the screen, read them carefully. Do not dismiss warnings without understanding what they are to indicate. Only proceed to flight preparation once all the indicators appear normal. Troubleshooting basic connection issues. Connection problems can occur during early use. Most simple to fix when handled calmly. Issue: controller does not connect. If the power light continues blinking, power off the controller. Wait 10 seconds, power it back on, and hold it still, and wait. If the connection still fails, power off the drone, then repeat the startup sequence from the beginning. Do not attempt to pair devices out of order. Issue: the goggles show no image. If the goggles power on, but the display camera view, confirm the drone is powered on. Check that the app shows connection. Wait at least 30 seconds. If the system remains blank, power off the goggles. Wait, then power back on. Avoid repeatedly pressing the buttons while the goggles are in starting mode. Issue: app does not detect the drone. If the app stays on the searching screen, confirm Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are enabled. Check the location access is allowed. Close the app completely and reopen it. Return to the main screen and wait again. If prompted to reconnect, follow only instructions one at a time. Issue: live view freezes. If the camera image freezes, do not take off. Keep the drone stationary. Wait several seconds. If the image does not recover, power off the drone and restart the system in the correct order. Frozen video often resolves after a clean restart. Issue: connection drops repeatedly. If the system connects and disconnects, move to an open area away from the Wi-Fi routers. Step farther from the large metal objects and restart all devices. Avoid flying indoors until a stable connection is confirmed. When to stop troubleshooting. If repeated attempts fail, power everything off. Allow devices to cool and try again later. Avoid forcing the connection through repeated rapid restarts. Patience prevents firmware errors and battery drain. Completing the startup sequence carefully ensures that the entire system operates smoothly. Once the drone controller goggles and app communicate properly, flight preparation becomes predictable and stress-free. Taking time at this stage prevents most beginner problems experienced during the early flights. But I find the first time, putting it all together and getting it working takes a little bit of time. Then after that, everything's hunky-dory. I don't know if we dare say that phrase now, but everything's easy after the first time.